Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗪𝗋. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have very special guests on the show right now. Barbara, Dana, how are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you.
Perfect. So I know you guys are very, very busy, so don't worry. Thank you very much for being on the show today. So to start things off, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners, just like the both of you. So help us out here. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe let's start off with, what is your role in the business?
I am the front man. I'm the guy that goes out and talks to people. I'm on the phone, and my girl is the one that takes care of everything after I've got it started. So she is the brains behind the brawn.
Okay. So I just wanted to know, how long have you guys been in the business?
Barb, you started what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago now?
Yeah, it was just 3 years in January was my third year anniversary.
3 years.
But you've been in
almost 9 years. Okay. So a lot of experience in the room right now. So I want to know, also you do have a cyberbacker supporting you with the business, correct?
Right.
Now, before you had your cyberbacker working with you in the business, did you ever have experience working with someone virtually before cyberbacker?
No, not really. We had a friend at church that would do some things for us, kind of sporadic. It was for sure kind of hit or miss.
Oh, okay. So no real experience with someone working with you virtually, I mean. So I want to know, the $1 million question is, how's the experience so far working with someone virtually, your cyberbacker?
It is really a pleasure to have somebody have your back. We just finished visiting with MK just a minute ago, and there's so many things that he makes easy. You know, sometimes we have some issues trying to understand one another from 3,000 or 4,000 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
But gosh, he's doing some postcards for us, and he's keeping our command database up. He's watching over all of the campaigns. He's got an eagle eye when it comes to really what we should be doing versus what we are doing. And it's really been a pleasure because we've known there were things that needed to be done, but we just couldn't get them all done.
Because imagine you only have like 24 hours in a day. There are a lot of things to do. So having someone just like your cyberbacker doing all of the things that you have to do, but don't have the time to do them, right?
Right. Yeah, we've got grandkids, and grandkids require a whole lot of time. I mean, over the weekend, it would not be unusual that there'd be 5 different sporting events to attend. During the week, there's at least 1 or 2. So that's time you're not working. If he's able to be continuing to work during those times, or not necessarily during those times, but he's putting in his time that day, that makes a world of difference for us.
Of course. Now, did you ever believe in the concept or the idea of virtual leverage before having your own cyberbacker supporting you in the business?
I don't think it wasn't necessarily that we didn't believe in it. We just didn't know about it. So when we were educated on what it was and what it could do for us, it sounded like it could be something that would be of great value, and it has been.
Of course. Now, before you got into a cyberbacker, I mean, have your own cyberbacker, of course, there would be that initial conversation, that first talk between you and cyberbacker. I want to know, what made you say yes to cyberbacker?
Just like you said, there's only 24 hours in a day, and we just knew there were lots of things that needed to get done, and we weren't able to do it. Right now, we're putting on a bingo. It's not a contest, but just something fun for our clients and our wannabe clients. And he's just taking the bull by the horns. He's got all the evites out. He designed the piece. He watches over who's there. He deletes those people that don't need to be a part of that. And all of that, not to say that it's not important, because it is, but it's not something that I've got to do. And it's not something that she's got to do. She's got paperwork that has to be taken care of in a professional manner. And so she can't be messing around with trying to delete people out of a list.
Yes, of course. Just having that accountability partner to make sure that nothing really falls through the cracks, right?
Yeah, and there's some things I want to do with him that we have yet to get started, but as time goes by, I can see that it's really going to be fun to add some additional things for him to do. Truthfully, right now, I feel like maybe he gets a little bored because I don't have enough for him to do. But it's just a matter of everybody getting in their groove and their lane.
Of course, just getting used to working with each other also. And I think that comes with time, right?
Yeah, you got to figure out where everybody's strengths are.
Of course, of course. Now, we've been talking about your Cyberbacker for a while, and I want to know what are the things that he does for you in the business? Because a lot of our listeners, as I've said earlier, are business owners just like you. So what are these tasks that he does for you in the business?
Well, he keeps command on top of our command, our
CRM.
keeping our CRM, and getting our clients in tagged on where they came from and what they're looking for. Are they a buyer? Are they a seller? That kind of thing. So those are called tags. So he goes through there and gets all that done, which was huge. And then he, like I said, he sets up smart plans and our campaigns and all that. He's got all that set up so that those just kind of go out automatically so that we can keep touching our clients, our prospective clients, as well as those that we already, have. And so that they don't forget us, keeping us top of mind. He does a lot of marketing in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, all of that. He keeps us out there in front of our audience. He's done some ads for us all the way into California. Those are paid ads that we do through Facebook. He's put all that together and got that so that those are all working, and we're getting some response from those. He designs postcards for us that we mail out. We mail monthly to an area that we're marketing to. Every client, every house that we sell or buy, postcards go, or not buy, but sell. At least 3 postcards go out to what we call circle prospecting, which is kind of just around that house. So he does a lot, a whole lot.
A lot of tasks, like mainly admin and now social media as well. Social media has been very big these past few years. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, my next question is still something related to the things that he's going to do, of course. Something for the future, because, of course, his growth is not going to stop. So what are some of the new things that you're thinking about letting him do for the business in the future?
I think we have talked about in our plan, kind of laid out a plan for him to attract, to run on. And we had talked about getting to where we do videos, short videos, and then send them to him to edit and put out there. And I think he's really excited about that. We have not gotten to that place where we've found the time or just be able, wherewithal to do it, to get the video made in order to get it into his hands. So that's something I think is real. We're all looking forward to being able to do that. I think that would be a value in our marketing.
Right, so videos. How about you, Dana? You were supposed to say something earlier.
One of the things that Barbara and I have tried to do, and I haven't done a very good job of it, is just basically some kind of a script practice. And I think that he would be ideal for that, just to have somebody to bounce off of that's going to be, kind of non-judgmental. Sometimes, even a seasoned salesperson, sometimes they get tired of hearing no. But to be able to work with him and know that, this is for our business. This is not personal. That we can do that. We can just carry on a conversation with each other, and it'll sharpen my skills. And not only will it sharpen my skills, but you never know what the future is going to hold for him. He may choose that he wants to go into real estate himself.
This is very exciting. Of course, again, we have to think about his growth as well, because if he grows, then he would be able to help your business grow again, right?
That's right. Yep, yes. Exactly.
Now, my next question is a bit tough. Did you have any challenges working with Cyberbacker, or let's just call them opportunities for growth while working with Cyberbacker? Did you have any?
Cyberbacker Corporate has been really a well-oiled machine. I think you guys have put together a program that you should well be proud of, just like the phone call that you gave me shortly before we started this conversation. It just makes it a lot easier when you're in the know, when you know what to expect. It's there. So everything that you guys have done has been great. And insofar as working with MK, really it's just been more of a culture thing than anything else, just trying to figure out the way that we talk and explain ourselves in Texas versus the way that he does that at home. His English is excellent, but it is very proper, and our English is not necessarily all that proper. So we kind of have to work through that. He tends to put in a couple more words than what we would typically use. So it's really kind of fun because basically he writes the copy and then I go through and edit, as opposed to me having to write the copy and then go through and edit. So that's really been our only challenge, is just a little bit of communication misunderstanding, just because sometimes words mean different things.
I definitely agree with you there. But of course, I think that kind of challenge is something that you get through within time, right?
Yep, I agree.
Of course. Now, I have one last question for the both of you. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of business owners listening. So what piece of advice would you be able to give them when they're hiring their very own cyberbacker?
Well, if you've never had a cyberbacker before or somebody virtual, it's going to be hard to know exactly how to put your expectations out there. So I guess really probably the best thing to do is just to be flexible and to know that you guys as a corporate are behind them, and that you are there for their success, so that as you're working with the cyberbacker and you've dealt with them a little bit, if they are not necessarily meeting your needs, that you can turn to you guys and you'll help to correct it and make it right. I think that's probably the biggest thing. There's a lot of assurance in knowing that no matter what, this is going to work. So if it's not this person, not this particular, and so much of it has to do with when you set out your initial expectations. When you really get in there and start working with your cyberbacker, you may totally change because you realize this person has some gifts that I wasn't aware of and I didn't even think about. I don't know if that helped, but that's my idea.
Appreciate that, Dana. How about you, Barbara? Any pieces of advice?
Really, basically the same thing Dana said. I guess initially when you're just beginning the process, I know cyberbackers sent us questionnaires and asked us multiple questions on what it was that we were looking for and needing in our business, that we were able to share with cyberbacker to begin with. And then they put together, I don't remember, 4 or 5 different people that we were able to interview based on what we told them we were looking for. And then once we settled on MK, there's been a couple of little bitty things that we have been able to, like once a month, we do talk to someone else from cyberbacker to do an evaluation. We're able to maybe clear up, help them, to share with them what we're needing that maybe we haven't gotten through to him, and they're able to communicate that to him, and maybe in a way that he gets it. And he does have meetings with cyberbacker during the week for training, ongoing training. So I think it all just kind of, comes together, and we've had him since the end of September. So September, October, November, December, we're just beginning our 4th month with MK. So for that small amount of time, being that we're in the United States and he's in the Philippines, there is not the language. I mean, we can understand him clearly. He's great, but he just, Dana said, just the culture differences have been the only thing that we've worked through, and we have worked through them. And I think, we've done a great job on that. So,
yep, the best is yet to be.
Yes, of course. Those are terrific pieces of advice. And I know that the business owners that are listening right now would really take that. Of course, when it comes to pairing, when it comes to your cyberbacker, you really need to get that perfect fit, because again, you're going to be working with this person almost every day of the week. Now, I forgot to tell you, Dana and Barbara, that we actually have MK listening. Would you want to give him a quick shout out or any message you'd like to give him on the show right now?
Oh, hey, buddy. Good to brag on you.
How about you, Barbara?
MK, we think you're just the greatest, and you're doing I tell you all the time, you're doing us a great job. And, those little learning curves that we have, just working together, we're going to get those all worked out, and we're just going to continue to do great things together. We're a team, and you're very much a part of our team.
We are very excited to see where this partnership between you and Cyberbacker would be in the next few months and, of course, the years to come. Dana, Barbara, thank you very much for being on the show today.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gilla.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.